Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph and this is Ordinary Plant Girl. If you are new here, thank you for clicking on this video, and if you are returning, thank you so much for spending more of your time with me. I decided today it is a rainy, blustery day that I was going to try and take care of at least one of my plants that I have neglected and definitely needs more attention paid to it. And I literally forget it's there all the time. I don't know if it's the positioning where I have it, which is funny because I can see it all the time, but I don't do nearly as much with it as I should at any given time besides water it. And that plant today is this one right here. This is my philodendron. I guess it used to be called an SP Columbia. Now I think it's the El Guapo. I'm not quite sure, but you can tell by the amount of dust on this plant that I haven't really paid much attention to it. I don't even know how long I've had it actually. A while. I'll put the date on the screen there somewhere. But it is finally, I think it's actually only given me one leaf in my care, but it is now trying to give me another leaf. But I think that this leaf is dying in the sheath. And that's what made me want to kind of rethink this one and give it a little bit of care. Because I would really hate that finally it's giving me a leaf and then it's just gonna die before it even comes out. But if that's the case anyway, with me transplanting it, it's possible that the leaf would die because I am disrupting the plant. I've had some luck with some plants that I haven't had an issue with transplanting it when it's got a leaf coming out, but I do think that this one isn't gonna make it just by the feel of it. And it hasn't rotted all the way down yet, but I think it's gonna. So either way, I am going to put this one into, I think, a better situation now. And it's a crawler, so I won't be putting this on a pole. Right now it is in a 5-inch T4U pot, but it's really shallow. So I'm hoping that I can upsize it just to a 6-inch, if anything, to give it a little bit more crawl space and a little bit more depth. I have not looked at the roots since I put it in this pot, and I don't even remember when that was. I feel like it wasn't too long ago, because if you've been here for any amount of time, you'll know that for some reason my plants can sit in pots for years and not become root bound. I don't know if that's a me or a them thing, but we'll figure it out. So let's see what we've got going on in this pot. Put you right down there. I got a whole lot of stuff going on here, so don't mind any of that. But let's take this one out of the pot and see what we are working with. Okay. All right. Oh, first things first, I'm just gonna pull back these sheaths. All right. Oh, it's gonna be really sad that that one dies off. Don't let me forget to inoculate it. I do have Myco right here that I keep forgetting to use. All right, let's see. Oh, feels kind of stuck, but that means nothing in my world. See, look at that. Okay. So, as I said, are we root bound? Absolutely not. So this pot is probably going to be way too big for this anyway. Now it's funny because is this actually a crawler or is it a climber? I mean, judging by, if I can get some of this stuff pulled away here. Okay. So it looks like at some point, whoops. It looks like at some point it was crawling and then grew up a little bit and then started crawling again. So, what do I do with that? I mean, the roots do look good. They look healthy. None of them are dry. No, they all look good, except for these older ones up here, which I will just cut those because that is unnecessary. Okay, so here's the thing. I could chop this actually in two places. So I could make a cut right here. And then let's see if I can find the node, or sorry, the eye that it will be growing out of, which I can't really see, but I mean, even cutting it, I am going to plant them together anyway. But if I cut there, then I've just got this one little root system right here that I have to deal with. And then this big part back here has got all the other, you know what, we're just going to cut that because I don't think I need that up there either. Okay. What to do? I think that, yep, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to make a cut right here. And there we go. So now I have this leaf here with the hole in it. And those dots that you can see are like EFN burn. And then I've got this little root system here. And then this one's got a bigger root system, but it's got these two leaves on it here. I think I'm going to put it in the 6-inch pot anyway. I feel like it's going to be better for it than this little shallow pot. And I don't want to put it in a 5-inch orchid pot because they just dry out so quickly. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these guys in here and I'm going to inoculate them as well. So I'm going to move you back just a little bit so that you can kind of see what's going on. My dirt pile. All right. Remind me to inoculate. It's just, I hate downsizing plants. I know in a lot of cases it has to happen, but I still hate doing it. Okay. Boop. So If I can put this one in here, just let it sit up a little bit, and have this one right here. Yeah, that works for me. I do need to fill it up a bit more though. And I will watch it. I'll watch my watering and stuff. This giant piece of pumice. That thing is huge. Okay. Okay. I made a mess. So, I do want to put it as close to this edge as possible. And that works. Okay, so now, I'm going to put you guys down. Stay. We are going to inoculate this. You know, it's funny. I never know how much of this to use, but I also keep forgetting to use it. I do normally use Great White and just water it in. But, you know, I wanted to try something a little bit different. And I've heard good things about Dynamico, so I wanted to see, whoops, if it was going to be able to work for me. Okay. Now, why are you turned this way? You need to be turned this way. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to stabilize this somehow, and I'm not exactly sure how yet. What can I use? Probably use a chopstick, because that tends to be what I do in these situations. And I should have, because if I let go, they're both going over. I need a chopstick, which is down there. Okay, can you guys just... Nope. Can just stay, just don't come out of the soil. Okay. Okay, that's it. We're over it. All right. Oh, okay. The only thing I could reach was actually a bamboo skewer, so we're using that instead. But I will put this back here. Now, will I be putting it back in the spot it was in? Okay, so unfortunately my battery died while I was still trying to do this. So I had to switch out my battery pack. I think I'm just gonna tie it. You can see it's just leaned over here. I did find a bamboo stake, which is probably better than the chopstick. And until this gets situated and rooted in on its own, I think that this lovely little stake is gonna have to do the trick. Let's see if I can do this with 1.5 hands. Oh, there we go. So right now I'm just really loosely tying the petioles to the stake. And as you can see, this one still doesn't want to cooperate. Oh, there we go. Okay. So once it gets to the point where I've watered it in and everything settles, and the roots have time to anchor themselves in. Then everything should be good to go. I had just enough soil mix for that. But yeah, so what I'll do is I'm going to take it into the shower it off so I can clean the dust off of these leaves. I'm going to take it in the shower and I'm going to shower it off so that I can clean all the dust and the EFN off of these leaves. You can't see too much EFN right now, which is great, but I think I'm going to have to pay more attention to that going forward. Unfortunately, I do think that I'm going to lose this leaf because it was already dying off. So it's going to take a little bit before it starts growing again. But I really wanted this plant and I don't know why I stopped paying attention to it. I think it just went through a period of not growing, not doing anything, and I didn't fall out of love with it because I do still love this plant, but it just didn't take priority for me like some of the others have recently. So anyway, this is my Philodendron SP Columbia El Guapo, whatever they call it now. And it was just one of those neglected plants that I wanted to make sure I took care of, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So that being said, I hope you are all safe and well. Please like and consider subscribing to my channel. Leave any comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.